press live. I'm live right now, you fuck Twitch, you douche. Douche. That's just me testing audio. Well, excuse me. In any case, every time I don't stream, I run into absolute just madness in this game. So I mainly just need to stream it all the time. So then they're recording it so that I can back it up to YouTube so it's always there. I mean, what the fuck is that? Why did it just go off? Alright, anyway, I'm doing career mode. Here's the deal. Talked about the UI in several videos. I've talked about the key binding. They're broken. These are broken aspects of the game. Oh, look at that. Something just happened. I've talked about a lot of things. I don't think I really mentioned the fact that the game does, like, the whole career mode. It tells you to stop, and then you stop and you hit the button. But if you roll a half an inch or anything else happens, sometimes you can just do exactly what it says and it still tells you, oh, you didn't do this. So yeah, I mean, I just, and then you do some minor thing and it drops you from the S rating, which I assume is superb or superior or something super, in your career. Look at it doing that. And by the way, it's been laggy as fuck today, just lurching as I try to take off. Once I get in the air, it normally gets smooth, but when you get down on the ground, and I don't even have the settings, and I've got a pretty decent PC. Now, is it the highest shit? No, but I've got 64 gigs of good gaming RAM. I've got the 12900KS processor in there. I've got a 3090 vid card, so it's not the 40, but it's definitely a 3090, and it does the job. On any other game, unless the game has issues. I've got the Asus ROG Strix Z690-E Wi-Fi, whatever motherboard. I've got a 1300 watt power supply. I mean, I've got a good liquid cooler, the H150i. All of these are in my settings or in my about, I believe, or PC specs. They're all listed on my Twitch channel. You can go look and see what I'm using. But this game is really struggling lately, and it's no matter what I do, there's something broken in some aspect. I'm trying to make enough money so I can buy a second plane, so I can actually have, if it works correctly, which I've heard people say it does and it doesn't at different times. You're supposed to get paid every 24 hours if you have like a crew assigned to another plane, but you have to be I've heard different stories. You either have to have two planes to have a passive income, or you just have to have one plane and then you have to not fly it but still fly career stuff. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's just like, it just doesn't, this game, oh my god, seriously, F you Asobo and F you Microstore or Microsoft. At this point, seriously, fix your shit. This is just beyond ridiculous. Anyway, I'm trying to get a second plane because you can get passive income every 24 hours if you don't know this already. And it's either you have to fly career, but as an employee while your first plane is set with crew on, or you have to have two planes and the other one has to be set to crew on. I'm not sure yet, because you get mixed answers when you search Google, which, by the way, Google has gotten worse with their searches over the years. I can look for a dog and end up getting pictures of cakes. It's just, Google, you, Microsoft, and Asobo can all go fornicate each other. That's what I think. And anyway, in any case, I'm trying to get a second plane. But the fact is I need to keep upkeep and all this other stuff. And the cheapest used planes I've seen is like 280, 300K. And, just recently it started giving me decent missions. Before I was my missions, whether it was employee or my company, they were like for 900 credits. I was getting like 900 credits. I was like, I'm never gonna make hundreds of thousands of dollars with 800 or 900 credits unless I don't do anything in my life, even go to the restroom, other than play this game. But for some reason it suddenly jumped, and now I'm getting missions. It's like there's some delay, and I've read about that. People have said like sometimes it doesn't work right. Your rating is not giving you the missions that you should, or but who knows, you know. And I've done some more unlocks of certifications. The fact is I need another plane. I'm at 80K, almost 81K. I need more than 3 times that. 4 times that would give me 320K approximately, minus concurrent upkeep, fuel, maintenance, whatever. And, I just need another plane. So I am trying to droll through this damn game. It's not lurching now. I had to restart the game for it not to do that. But it was lurching bad. It was like, like that pattern. I was not moving smoothly down the runway. It was horrible. 55, positive rate of climb, and
it's stunning, isn't it?
Airspeed was alive, which I should have called first. We're climbing to 500. I already have the autopilot set for heading. And altitude as well as vertical speed. Vertical speed should be set to about 400, so I can. Jesus Christ! Did it not kick on? No, it did not. There we go. Heading, altitude's off. VSI or VS mode. That should be on. Jesus, it didn't even take my settings. Wow. Okay, we're gonna drop this down to about
Kilo Tango Papa Foxtrot traffic
400.
November 818 Hotel Delta, taking off runway 4 east departure.
Where's it wanting me to go? Oh, it's wanting me to spin all the way around the airport to get out for a northeastbound departure. So I guess we'll do that. I'm letting autopilot do most of the work because with the controls being such shit as they are in this game, as I keep saying, unreliable, inconsistent, illogical, non-user friendly, broken, they don't bind, or they do bind, but then they do 2 different things even if you have the modifier talent. You can watch the other videos if you want to see. I'm just, it's like, it's not changing, so I'm just repeating myself, but you're welcome to watch the other videos if you want. In any case, there's only so much. Like, I'm not even pulling out the Velocity 1 flight yoke because I don't want to spend 3 hours trying to navigate their buggy mess of controls with it. It's hard enough with the freaking Xbox controller, which, by the way, is confounding considering this is made with consoles and controllers, the Xbox controller that I'm using in mind. So to have something, it's like making a car that is supposed to travel on the road and then not having tires on it, or putting 2 tires on it and then the third tire is like deflated and you put the 4th tire on and it's not balanced and the rim's bent. That's what I feel like they gave me. It's just, what the fuck, guys? Seriously, man. I think Asobo and Bill Gates should be put in a enclosed metal ring and fight to the death. And regardless of who wins, they both get thrown off a cliff. I am so fucking angry at this game right now. And the ridiculousness, it is such a punishment to play this game. They're punishing us, and I really want to play it. Obviously, I'm playing it. And they are just good parts. The career mode, great idea. It's a lot of fun when it works correctly. But you get penalized for things that don't make sense. I'll land and it tell me to contact ground to taxi, but then it won't respond to me pressing the button on the controller to contact ground, or the enter button on the keyboard. It just won't let me, and then it'll penalize me for it. Or it'll tell me to stop, which, by the way, a post landing or an after landing hold short. I don't know where these people are flying. I've never had an after landing hold short. unless I needed to cross the runway. And they were telling me, and they say, land, exit runway when able, or tell me where they want me to exit the runway if they know that I can slow down, and then hold short, cross this runway, taxi via whatever to wherever. But other than that, and I don't think that's really happened a lot, other than that, I don't think I've ever had a hold short afterwards, like the way it's constant hold shorts in this game. And then you land on a field or a runway, and they tell you to hold short, and I get there and I hold short, and the game actually lets me send the ground my intent to taxi. Okay, I send it, and then they come back and they start talking and telling me to taxi. So I start going, and then they fail me on it. They tell me, oh, you didn't contact the thing, or you did this, or I don't have enough room to turn around. They want me to land, and then the hold short is back behind me 400, 500 feet, or however long, and so I have to turn around. But it's so narrow, I can't turn around with this controller that narrow, because I'm tapping the X and giving it throttle trying to get it, and I don't have, like in a real Cessna, I don't have access to use one or the other brake while giving it high throttle and feathering that left or right brake to make a sharp left or right turn. I don't have that opportunity or that ability on a controller. Why is this climbing why is this just continually climbing? Just wow. I had this all set. Oh my God. Anyway, so I can't turn that sharp. So I go slightly off the runway, and then it penalizes me for entering the taxiway or some other dumb thing without, being approved, even though they just approved me to do it, and I have to turn around. This game. I am starting to wonder
so detailed from up here.
if any of the people who make Microsoft Flight Simulator in Asobo, Ass-obo, or Microstore have ever been in a plane, have ever sat behind the fucking yoke for even 2 minutes. And I am no professional pilot by any means. I literally have 37 hours and 6+ hours solo in a Cessna 172. I still need my 5 hours of cross country.
Right here. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure that's
to
where we
be
used
able to
play
sit
when we were
for
young.
the
Of course, I
FAA
remember.
private pilot check ride. So I'm no professional, and I don't claim to be. But with my limited knowledge, I know this game is fucked in a lot of ways. That's it. That's all I can say. It needs help. It's dying on the operating room table. It's dying. I don't know how else to phrase it. It's just beyond at this point. I am walking through a minefield just trying to play their game.
We'll share
And,
the
and
pics
there's
on our
there are
socials.
it's
It's gonna
got
blow
so
some
many
minds.
good things that if they would fix it, if they would fix this fucking game and this bullshit, it would be so good. I love the career mode. I love that. Yes, you're still flying like it's a flight sim, but there's an end game to it. There's a point to it. Build up your company, buy a plane, buy some other planes, buy a company that does transport. That also doesn't make sense to me. If I have planes that if I have a company, why do I have to have multiple companies? Ah, shit, I'm going too fast. I need to start slowing down. Why do I have to have multiple companies, one for transport and one for cargo, when it could be one company with multiple planes, one that does one that does the other? To me, that's just dumb. But that's the least of the problems in this game. That's like stubbing your toe, but your arm's been accidentally amputated and you're bleeding out in your arm. So that part's like stubbing your toe. Meanwhile, the game's bleeding out, and I don't even know what to say. And I've tried doing this with autopilot. You can do it, but for some reason, and that's another thing, and you can correct me, for some reason it doesn't work very well, is what I'm saying, trying to do this part with autopilot. You can do it. I've done it. But it's kind of rough on how it does things, the way it responds. The autopilot responds and doesn't keep you close enough, or sometimes. Anyway, I prefer to work smarter, not harder, so yeah, I do have autopilot sometimes. We're going ahead and kick down the flaps just to reduce my... Give it some throttle here. We're starting to drop way too low. In any case, the game just needs... I don't even know. I don't even know. It's like, and I'm playing on a controller, and yeah, I could pull out the flight stick, you know, but honestly, I don't want to, because I know it will send me into a hell of binding, demon infested seventh circle of hell location of aggravation, trying to get this game to respond, trying to get the buttons set up and what I want done with the flight yoke. And you know, I know it will, because it's been doing it with the controller.
I can see our childhood school.
And I've read online when I
That's
was doing
awesome.
research, there's many other people that
wow.
are using
I see that too.
yokes that are saying,
That's
nah, I
awesome.
can't.
I didn't
I
expect
can't do
to
it.
spot that so easily. I can't even explain how happy I am to be sharing this with you. It
Yeah,
means so much to
I'm
me.
happy too. You two gonna, you guys
All
gonna
the
make
cliches
out?
about everything being more beautiful from the air are true.
Yeah, it is more beautiful from the air. I agree. Well, when your plane works correctly, when all the dials and the instruments and everything, you know, ADF works and everything else, and you know, autopilot, transponder, you know, like I said, one plane, none of that shit worked. I don't. But yeah,
Everything
it's
I
really
see
cool
makes
when
a
it all
great
works
photo.
correctly. If I got into a plane and half of the, there's no way I would take some of these planes. So I can't even fly the bigger planes, like the ones for medevac, the bigger Cessnas, because of the bindings, and I would have to go in and mess with it. And again, the bindings are fucked in this game. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you had a great experience with it. Well, that's just good for you, but not for me and many others. It's really bad. It's horrible. At least it's running smooth right now. That's you know, my arm may be chopped off and I may be laying on the operating table bleeding out, but you know, it's, you know, they're giving me oxygen, 15 liters per minute, some nasal cannula, something. I just want to play the damn game. Just make it work. Seriously. Either make it work or grow a pair, Asobo and Microsoft. Admit that you released a buggy mess of a fucking trash heap and offer people, you know, their money back. And I'll go back to Microsoft 2020 because, you know, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's just. And listen to the AI. They constantly, sometimes they'll get it perfect, but most of the time it's like, yes, and I know that was not, and then instead of saying not, they'll say no. Like they don't even get the grammar is horrible at times. The stressing of words in a sentence, the stressing of syllables in a word at times. It's just, I feel like I'm transporting around a couple mentally retarded people in my plane half the time, and I keep wanting to look over and tell them, now you be sure not to touch any of the controls, okay? I'm worried about them reaching over and just grabbing the yoke for fun and, you know, nosediving us into our doom. Anyway, so yeah, I'm playing some career, and that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to make some more money. And now that I'm actually making more than 900 credits per, maybe I can get up to the point where I can buy a second plane and get some passive income.
No one in the family would understand us.
The only problem with that is you still have to be on, from what I understand. Like you have to be on flying. Like it's based upon how much. So for instance, like I said, I'm not sure if you have to have one or two planes. I've read differently, but let's say you have to have two planes, and you set one for you, and you set one crew on, right? And then you're flying, whether you're using your other plane or flying as an employee for other companies, whatever. It bases, from what I understand, your passive income of your crew upon how much your flight time. So you got to be on, and you got to be in career mode, and you got to be flying, doing missions with your other plane or for as an employee of another company. And then however much flight time you do, that's how much it bases the passive income that you're going to receive every supposedly 24 hours. But you know, all of this is kind of up in the air because I've seen multiple different reports of it either not giving people the money or it not working, whatever, you know. So who knows?
What's going on, Hannah?
What's going on, Hannah? You hear that?
Just taking it all in.
She's taking it all in.
Great minds think alike.
See, and then it's fine, but then She's just taking it all in. I could make a joke there, but you know what? I'm gonna take the high road.
Papa Foxtrot traffic in 01776 Delta Alpha Tango, 29 or 6 miles.
Oh, and this is another aggravation. Oh my God! Quit doing that shit. Oh God, this game. Okay, so here's another aggravation. A lot of times this doesn't scroll down far enough. This is back to their shitty UI in this game. A lot of times it does not scroll down far enough. You have to constantly come over and scroll down because it won't auto scroll down far enough to where you see the whole transmission. And again, that's UI. I have seen such issues in this game, as I said, in every aspect.
Laid out in front of me.
My flat. Oh, for fuck's sakes, dude. Okay, you know what? We'll bleed off some airspeed. Okay. Oh, I'm at best glide. Look at that. 65 knots on the Cessnas that I flew. Aviate, navigate, communicate. Now, if our engine went out right now, I'd be looking for a place to land at Squawk 7700. I'd check fuel selector, mixture, throttle. If the engine was spinning, windmilling, whatever, I would check both magnetos, see if I could get it restarted to get a little bit more power out of it. If it doesn't restart, I'm going to crack the door. I'm going to kill the fuel flow. If there's an option here to turn this off, which there isn't, there's only left, right, and all, I'd turn that off, mixture out, throttle out. When I would maintain radio contact until I got close to where I was about to have to put it down. And then I'd, did I crack the door? Yeah, I'd crack the door. And then I'd let them know, hey, I'm turning off the electrical to try to reduce the risk of any electrical fire. And I would kill everything. Ignition, magnetos off, instrument off. I would turn all the master, batteries, everything. And then I would give these people a briefing. Hey, we're going down. It doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter how much you cry. It doesn't matter what you think. We're going down. So, prepare thyself. You can make your final amends or comments to your deity or deities. And, I don't know. Just get ready. I'm going to do the best I can. I don't know what to tell you. And then I would proceed to try to put it down. And I would not want to put it down on water if I didn't have to. If I could retract the landing gear, I wouldn't mind doing a water landing.
Already, guys?
Because I'd have a smooth bottom.
You want to fly again?
A smooth bottom.
So exhilarating.
Oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take the high road again.
Ride.
But since I can't retract the landing gear, it's going to grab those, and then the propeller's going to hit the water, and it's going to scoop, and we're probably going to flip over. So I'm going to avoid water landing if possible, because that's not good. And then you have to worry about getting the hell out.
What's that weird jolt?
That was me scratching my...
Down?
Oh, come the fuck on, dude. Why is this... Why... Okay, if anybody watches this, you're feel free to tell me if you're a pilot out there. I have flown, 4 different Cessna 172s. I have never had a Cessna. I don't know if it's the game or if it's some realism setting they think is real. I have never had a Cessna alter that much RPM-wise. Like, I'll set it to a certain, and next thing I know, it's up 100 or down 80 or up 120. I've never had a Cessna do that. I've never had them alter that much. I don't know why it does it in this game. I don't understand it. All I can tell you is it does not seem realistic to me. Maybe I was just flying in either bad Cessnas or, well, I wouldn't say good Cessnas. They were pretty old, and they seemed like they were, not new. And in any case, I've never had to do that. So I'm constantly having to check the RPMs. It's constantly changing, like vast difference, variations. And so it's hard to maintain. And then I'm trying to do it all on a controller. And then the A button and the B button are set for throttle up and throttle down consecutively, A and B. And what happens is, you know, you tap it. I'm tapping it right now, but you hold it and there's a delay. Oh, for fuck's sakes, dude. This plane should, I'm down to fucking, Jesus Christ, this plane should be slowing down by now. And look, I just tapped it for a second and then it hesitates and then it jumps. And then if I leave it alone, it'll alter up and down within 100, 120 sometimes or more. And it's just, I just don't understand. I really don't. I'm at a loss and I need to turn this off because it's in my way. Oh, here's another thing. Let me show you something else. Look, hold on. You see how big, how huge these fucking things are, these pop-ups? And I checked online and everybody was complaining about it that I saw. You go into settings, right? And you go into, where's it at? Let me see if I can find it. No, maybe it's here. You cannot reduce the subtitles or the pop-ups on the instruments to less than 18. You can't do it. Allow me to show you what happens if you try. So the game fucks you in that way too, pardon my language, or don't. The game, so here, I wanted it 10. You can't reduce them any smaller. It's like they decided not only are we going to destroy your control schemes and make it horrible to do, we're going to mess with the AI, the UI, we're going to have horrible AI talking, but on top of that, you can't even reduce this to where you want. You can't make it any smaller. We refuse. It's like some religious principle to them. We prayed to our God of subtitle text size and font size and point, and we've decided that our God told us that if you go lower than 18, it's sacrilegious and you're a sinner. What the fuck? God, fix your shit, people. Okay, back to the game. Yep. I'm just an angry gamer, I guess. I don't get this angry in a lot of games, but I'll tell you what, this one is pushing me to my limit. What's on that? What am I at? Second set of flaps. Make sure it turned that. Okay, I was making sure it. You never know with this game. I go to do the yoke and it doesn't even disconnect the autopilot. I'll be fighting with it the whole damn time. Okay, down there's the runway. You want to get set up to switch back and forth to look. Keep track of it. Now normally, from what I remember, once I get a beam of my desired touchdown point, that's when I'd kick the first notch of flaps, reduce throttle about 1800, having already done my pre-landing checklist, which I'd be checking this fuel selector, I'd be checking mixture, pitch trim, check the fuel tanks, which are over here, and do a quick scan. And then I would also confirm I have a left wheel. You're supposed to confirm you have a right wheel, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. My neck is not that long in the Cessna 172. I cannot lean all the way over and confirm that I have a right landing gear. God. Nose down, motherfucker, nose down. Anyway, so let's see if I can land this and make some more money. God, I just had that set. That's another thing too. So I can have this second camera set to over here, but if I go to instruments and then come back out, the second camera auto defaults back to here. It's like the game just wants to punish me for playing it. That's just what I feel like. It's like it wants me to work. It's like, oh, you're trying to enjoy the game? Ooh, man, that's against the Asobo and Microsoft's religion. We're not going to be able to do that. 20 degrees of flaps. I'm going to go on ahead and kick those other flaps. Got to call in, let them know that I'm planning on putting this thing down, hopefully, on a runway.
Kilo Tango Papa Foxtrot traffic in 01776 Delta Alpha Tango 29er is on final runway 22 to land.
Also, it doesn't feel right. I've never had to kill the throttle that much and any of the Cessnas I've flown prior to getting to the point to where, like right about here, maybe right about here. If I know I'm coming in and I look at my airspeed and I'm good and I want to start settling down slow, I kill the throttle right, when I know I'm going to make the runway and right before touchdown, or a little bit before. But in this game, it's like I got to kill it like way before. Jesus, man.
So smooth.
At least it's not putting the hold short post-landing fucking spot behind me and then penalizing me for it. Let's see if it lets me communicate this time and tell them that I'm holding short so I can taxi. God, I got to tell you, I love flying, but I am not. Okay, so... Okay, let me actually communicate this time. A lot of times it doesn't. I press every button on the keyboard, the enter button that it says, the left tab or whatever on the controller, and it won't communicate with them. It won't. It's like the game just loses complete. It's like, oh, what, you want to do what? Nah, we're not. No, sorry, that's against the Asobo's religion again. It's like they have a religion of making me work to play this freaking game. And I'd love to go in and set like a left brake, right brake with like a modifier. I hit this button and instead of both brakes, it goes left, or I hit this button and it goes right. But since the modifiers don't work in this game half the time, they're ignored. I can't do that. I can't do a lot of the things I really need to do to play efficiently and correctly on a controller, or at all. In some cases, I just can't. That's this game right now. That is Microsoft 2024. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024.
Easy to impress the locals, but I see they're smiling. That's cool.
Yeah,
well
they're smiling. I'm gonna kill the engine, set parking brake. Now let's see if I get penalized for something this time, or if it actually judges me what I feel is fair. Landing smoothness was only 78%. I thought that was damn smooth in a Cessna 172. Flaps extended max speed. See? It took away more. It doesn't make sense to me. Because I had some flaps extended max speed. I have had worse than that before, gotten an A, and then it gave me towards the S reputation. This time, I had a decent flight, way more relative to any, to others that were not so good because of things bouncing around or whatever, and I'm trying to do it on a controller. And it took away. It is inconsistent. It makes no fucking sense. The game is not consistent. The UI is horrendous. The controls are unreliable, inconsistent, unresponsive, non-user friendly, unintuitive. And the career mode, penalizes me at times when I'm just like, what? And then other times I do worse, and it gives me a huge boost towards and into S. The S rating. This game is just fucked. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. Oh my God, man. It's just like it just keeps going. I just want to make enough money to buy another plane. Come on. Seriously. I hope Asobo watches this. Please, someone tell Microsoft and Asobo to come watch. This is how a general basic non-amazing pilot, just someone who's flown, close to getting their private pilot. This is my experience. So like it or love it or hate it, I really don't care. Honestly, I really don't. But I do care that it's out there so that people who have experienced things can see, or people who are thinking about buying the game can see, or people who have the game and are like, is it just me, can see. And people who may not have thought of certain things or not understood how things work, you can see. If you go watch my previous video, especially the one that talks about it being MS 2024, unrealistic, unreliable, broken, tight, that, whatever. You know what? Hold on. I'll tell you the name of that video. On Twitch, and it's been transferred to my YouTube. It's called MS MSFS 2024 equals broken planes, controls and bindings, system, and UI. That's the name of it. You go watch that, and then my other videos also show some of this stuff that I experience. It's just so far. It's just wow. So far, I've done the commercial, the instrument, the high performance, the tail wheel, the turboprop, and the scoop endorsement. But I don't like that because I can't see over the damn dash at all. It's like I'm stuck behind this big ass bulky dash and I can't see over it. I don't really like doing that. I only unlocked it just for something to do. Jet engine is the next one that I need to do. This right here was for the bigger, to do like medevac and whatever, but those planes, because they have like reversers and shit, it's more binding that I'm not even going to attempt to do. So I can't do those. I can't fly those planes. This is about the only plane I can fly in this game that I can mildly get working half decent with the controls, and that's if I'm lucky and it doesn't decide to just stop working randomly. That's it. Well, I can do the tail wheel ones, like any single engine prop that isn't turbo, that isn't bigger, as smaller ones like Cessna and tail wheels. I mean, I can do those. I can normally get those to kind of work, mildly efficiently. But other than that, man, I'm yeah. Until yesterday, oh look, now it stopped reading my controller. Like now I can't scroll down. I have to close it and open it again. This UI is a buggy trash heap of fecal matter. It's fucked. It's fucked. I don't care what anybody says. It makes no sense. It constantly does things. So I did this, but I wasn't in that box. It didn't have me locked in that box. So I couldn't even scroll through, as you saw a second ago. So I had to close it and open it. And that's just one of the hundreds of examples of a horrible UI, in my opinion. It just loses track of what the controller's doing. Oh, God damn. Let's see if I can find something that pays out. I like to go with the highest. There's a 13. We're going to take it. And if I get the bonus... See, I got the bonuses with all that extra money. Like, I made $20,000 almost the last mission. But it should have only been a $12,000 to $13,000 mission. So, obviously, I didn't do horrible. I must have done half decent. And I got an A rating. But... And my only penalization was really, they didn't like my landing. It wasn't the smoothest in the world, but it was still okay, according to the thing. You can go back and look at it. And they didn't like the fact that I had the flaps out, so they penalized me. And when I went in, it dropped me down further from the S rating into the A, lower into the A rating. I'm just like, why don't you just come to my house, kick me in the nuts, Asobo, take my $70, and then leave. I think that would have been less annoying than trying to navigate your buggy fucking mess of a game. How's that? Is that clear enough? Does that get the point across to you? Jesus Christ, man. So I'm up to oh God, I needed like at least another 180. Oh God. Please. Give me strength. And I'm just going to skip this. It's so annoying anymore. It's like if the game worked properly, I would do the check prior every time. I would do the startup, checklist. I would do the run up. I would do it all if the game wasn't so annoying that I felt like I need to skip as much as I can in it. But because it is that annoying, I want to get through as much as possible. What the hell happened to your hair? Did he get stuck in a propeller? Not her. Let's see.
Hey, Captain. This is the moment we get to share our passion. For today's flight,
that's not it.
You're taking Helen.
That's not
one
the
of our
person.
friends and her wife.
Whoever it was, they had hair look like it got stuck in a propeller.
Let's go, Captain.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the takeoff. Let's go, Captain. Let's go, Captain. See the stressing. stressing of the words, the stressing of the syllables. And then sometimes they don't even, the sentence doesn't even make correct. Instead of, it sentence doesn't make correct. The sentence doesn't sound correct. Like, I'm just frustrated with this game. They'll say that they won't even use the right words.
Kilo Charlie Oscar
They use
India
no
traffic
instead of
in
not, or it's just
1776
go-
Delta Alpha Tango 89er.
go
taking
instead of
off
get.
runway
It's just,
11 departure
what?
to the north.
In a runway 11.
So exciting. A bit nervous too, I won't lie to you. The
You-
guys at the field said you're a super pilot, so we're in your hands now.
Well, I'm an okay pilot, except for when people sound like they're mentally retarded, and then I just wonder if there was a way that I could drag you up through the front and push you out that door. So you shut up. Apparently, I don't need to hold short. Watch it penalize me for not holding short prior to entering the runway, even though it tells me to. And you think that's a joke, but it's not. I would not be surprised the way this game does things at this point. It is a buggy mess. It is a buggy mess. Dear God. Hold on. I want to set this to 1100. We're going to turn on VSI or VS whatever, vertical speed mode. And we're going to set this up to 400. We're going to turn the heading on, leave autopilot off. I'm going to get the bug set so it doesn't jolt me unexpectedly, and it's already set there and I can adjust it afterwards. We're going to move this trash out of the fucking way that I can't reduce any lower than 18 points, just like I had to turn off the subtitles because even though I like seeing them, it's easier to read sometimes than the ATC. You can't adjust it lower than 18 because that's against Asobo's fucking religion. All right, people, you ready? Here's your pre-flight briefing. If anything happens, shut up. Let me deal with it. If we're going to die, I certainly can't help it with you running your yaps back there. Parking brake off. All right. You're going to feel some acceleration, and then you're going to feel some ascension into the sky. That's what's happened. Looks like we got a left crosswind of some sort. I'll do some right rudder and left aileron. Try to keep us flat until we hit our rotate. Airspeed's alive. 55. Rotate. We're climbing.
This sensation
Positive
is
rate of
fantastic.
climb. I'm going to wait till we get up a little bit more. We're going to drop a little. Flaps up. Neutral. Going to kick on autopilot. We're going to start our climb at 400 to 1100. At 400 feet per minute to 1100 feet altitude. And we'll do adjustments with the heading bug. Looks like we're going to be going off to the left and around for our departure, our ultimate departure direction. We are climbing. Airspeed's good. Vertical speed climb is good. That's a little slow. I could probably take that up to maybe 600 for right now. Let me start swinging around.
I wish we could see places we know, but also discover some we don't. Sure thing.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to turn back on the subtitles so that you can see. Now I gotta find where the hell subtitles are. That's not it. Where the hell are the subtitles at? Yeah, I'm not. Oh, they're there. I'm not going to be flying internationally because all I can fly is a Cessna in this game, mildly, reasonably, with the way the game is, and I sure as hell am not going to try to fly one of those across the ocean. Maybe I could get the Air Force to bring me out a, what's that, a DC-130 or whatever the hell it is they use for their refuelers. Maybe they could refuel me in flight. So I turned on subtitles because I want you to see. I want to see if it pops up again and it gives incorrect language. Like instead of get, it's got, or things like that.
It's so quiet. I feel like we're in a movie.
I feel like we're in a movie. Horrible, horrible stressing of words. Just, I assume it's got to be AI. Just, I don't know. But they're always repetitive too. It's the movie comment, you're holding so tight, you're going to break your hand. I mean, it's just, what? It's like Microsoft said, you know what? Let's not spend a lot on this game, Asobo. Asobo's like, yeah, I know, brah. I'll tell you what, we prayed to the gods of flight sims, and they said, just shit out a buggy mess and charge
They say
people for it.
altitude is just a state of mind. My state of mind says we're up really high.
See, now that was fine. That there was no stupid stressing incorrectly of words or wrong words used, but they often do weird stressing, syllables, words, and then use incorrect words at times. And then the way ATC speaks, it's just horrible. It's horrible. Like, they put things together and you're like, wait, are you saying this? Or hold on. And you have to think back to where they stressed and what they actually are saying. And the spaces aren't there.
It's so quiet up here. So peaceful.
Well, it would be quiet and peaceful if you'd shut the fuck up. Sorry. I apologize. Don't tell... Wait, I'm the boss. I'm doing a company mission. You know what? Just shut up. Paid for the flight. Let us both enjoy it. I'm going to keep it at 1100 because it just saves me trouble. I do anything I can to save trouble and cut corners in this game at this point because of all the issues. And so if I keep it 1100, normally it's about 1100, 1200 for the little circle.
You okay? Not scared? I'm too excited to be scared.
When you're doing the flight sim missions. So I just have it set there normally. I let the autopilot get me there. Once I get within like 4 miles, I'll start slowing down. Actually, I'll go ahead and start doing that now. Start bleeding off some airspeed so I can be down to where I need to be. And then sometimes I'll use the heading bug to do the circle. But it does weird things. And didn't I just reduce that?
People are looking up at us. Hey.
Yeah, you can see people down there looking up at us over the fucking water. What are they, kayakers? You got a telescope back there? Lady. Shush it. Bleed off some of this in airspeed. I want to get down to about 85, 80 if I can, so I'm already where I need to be under 87 knots for the little flight sim circle that these people are yammering on about.
The sky is mind-blowing. Seeing it from up here is even better.
The sky is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Seeing it from up here is even better. Why are you stressing your words like that? If this is artificial intelligence, it's artificial unintelligence in this game. Dear God, man. Shit, I gotta check something. I'm watching
So how's your flight going, Helen?
YouTube videos that are
Enjoying
also
the view?
coming through the headset, and if I put the
Thanks for
wrong
checking in.
outbound,
Having a great time, and it's surely thanks to our pilot.
you'll hear the YouTube videos, and then
I'm happy for
YouTube
you.
will start
I'll let
fucking
you two
whining,
enjoy
and
the
so will
moment.
Twitch. So I need to check and make sure it's not coming through. No. So you can't hear the YouTube videos I'm fucking listening to while I play this
Hey,
game.
now the city. Never expected to see all this.
All right, 87 knots.
It's great seeing the world from this angle.
Pretty good. Approximately 1100 altitude. Okay, but now here's where I need to take over, or the autopilot really gets. So we're going to reduce this some more. We're going to go on ahead. And now we'll fly these doofuses around.
You can see every detail.
Yeah, you sure can. You see my middle finger coming up? I'm giving you that.
It's rolling out the red carpet for us. It's breathtaking.
And all the voices are the same. It doesn't matter the color of their skin. They all sound the same to me. Like, that sounds like a white girl, but that's a black girl talking, I believe, in the plane. Like, why are you just...
Stunning scenery.
It does not sound correct. Just people have different voices. Different races speak differently. We're not all the same, and it's okay. Quit acting like it's something that has to be filtered. All the AI sounds the same. They all make the same stupid comments repetitively. All right, so we are now going to adjust this heading bug. Oh my God, fucking do it. I'm going to turn the autopilot. Actually, we're going to reduce. Oh my God, dude. It moves the thing instead of moving the turning the knob. It fucking moves me backwards in my seat. We're going to go on ahead and set that for that. We're going to turn altitude on. We're going to do this. Oh, fucking shit. Heading was off. Okay.
When we took off, I thought there should have been a drum roll or something.
Now, she said that okay, but the last time someone said that comment, they said, when we took off, I thought there should be a drum roll or something. Instead of a drum roll or something. It's just, what? What? And again, you know, the AI conversation could be overlooked if I wasn't also bleeding out on the operating room table with a missing limb. I could handle the stub toe if everything else didn't hurt too in this game. I really would love to use my Velocity 1 flight yoke and pedals, but I'm not going to spend the rest of my life trying to bind controls that are just, even if I can get them bound, which you normally can't correctly, modifiers aren't accepted, etc. They'll change or suddenly stop working. You can have something bound with a modifier and magically somehow you get it work, like some miracle, get it to work, and then suddenly
You never
it
see
doesn't
something
work.
like this from the ground.
It doesn't recognize the modifier. or it recognizes it and does the action with the modifier as if, and the action as if you weren't using the modifier at the same damn time. And you're just like, what? So I don't even want to try to spend the 3 years it'll take me to bind it with a Velocity 1 flight yoke. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to waste my time. I already feel like I've wasted my time and money. If, you know, I don't know what they're doing over there at Asobo, but their last patch didn't even touch on control and UI issues. Didn't even touch. And then they had the gall to put up a Microsoft Store link. Yeah, I'm going to buy more crap that doesn't work from a company that doesn't fix their crap that doesn't work. That's what I want to do. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Don't worry about it. All right, what are we doing? 73 knots at 900 feet. I don't know what the pattern altitude or the minimum descent altitude. I don't know any of that for this. I wouldn't even bother looking.
We love this place so much. It's very special for us flying over here with you, Captain.
You hear that? It's very special for us flying over here with you, Captain. With you, Captain. What the? Who are you talking to? Why are you talking to me like that? Which one of you has Down syndrome? I'm tired of it. Long final. All right, so that means I need to start getting ready. So we're going to kill autopilot. Reduce RPM some more. I'm going to go on ahead and kick our second stage of flaps. $67. Okay, I'm going to give it a little bit more. Maybe a little less, actually, than that. All right. Normally I'd worry about my... Well, apparently it's already on. Okay. All right, we're on a long final. Well, we're on a long final
you've
entry.
Gone silent. Everything all right?
Just soaking it all in.
Totally. Great minds think alike.
Great minds should shut up alike. This is your captain speaking. Captain's log. Stardate. Supplemental. On a long final entry to some airport that I don't know the name of. The girls on the bridge won't shut up. Spock, give me a science readout. Shut up. I am flying way too low over a residential area like this. Well, I feel like I am anyway.
I see you're on your way back, guys. So, Helen, did you enjoy the ride? You ready to do it again?
Fantastic flight. 5 stars. Would totally recommend it.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
All right, we're pretty stable. I would say pretty stable. I'm a little slower than what I want to be, but I've got to descend some more. So, and no matter what I do, I always on the VASIs, the vertical ascent slope indicator, or the poppies, the precision approach path indicator, whatever they are here. I forget. I think one's the 4 across, and the other one is like in a row, 2 and 2. But those lights, I keep. No matter what I do, it's always telling me I'm either higher. Like, it's never, like, adjust. It tells me I'm always high, or it tells me actually, it pretty much always tells me I'm high. It never, like, adjusts like it's really tracking my descent. my slope. So I don't know. Maybe it's not working, or maybe I'm just a horrible pilot. I mean, who fucking knows at this point with this game? See, look how much I'm having to. I'm having to kill the fucking. Oh, we'll give it the rest of the flaps, I guess. Jesus Christ, man! I've never had to kill it this far out. I've never. It's just, and that's even with like one notch of flaps, or sometimes two. I don't know. I don't understand this game. It doesn't feel right to me. Something does not feel right. I could be wrong, but something does not feel right. See, I'm always high. Now, it may switch when I get over it. I'm going to kill the throttle here. Now it's telling me I'm on it. There's no way I would have been on that slope back there like that low and doing... I just don't agree with that. Okay, left. Oh, come on. I had a little crosswind, so I kind of touched down on the one.
Smooth.
I did some left... Well, you see that? It just penalized me for something. What the hell was that? It doesn't even give me a chance to slow down. I think I'll have to go back and look at the video and see what it penalized me for. I think it penalized me for fucking speed or something. But I've had it not even give me the chance. I literally will touch down on the fucking runway and not even have the chance to slow down unless I want to cram the brakes and rip this bitch around and flip it over. And it'll penalize me for not slowing down. I mean, can I have a minute to slow down, Asobo? Can I let some of the fucking speed bleed off so it's a smooth fucking rollout a little bit? Can I have that? Can I, out of all the things that you take from me in this damn game, can I have that? Jesus Christ, man.
Kilo Charlie Oscar India traffic.
And I don't know what it just penalized me for, but I know that I touched down, and I know that I was letting it roll out and slow down slightly, a little bit on its own, and then tapping the brake button, which is X on the controller for me. And then I know that it penalized me for something. Did I not call my final? Is that what it was? Did I not call my final? I could have sworn I called my final. Maybe, I don't know, man. At this point, I just expect, it's just like going into a situation where you know you're going to be penalized, you know it's not going to like what you did, and it may give you a superb rating, or you may do a great job and have almost 100% on all the way down for smooth and everything else, and it gives you a shit rating. The game is inconsistent. It's just unreliably inconsistent. No, it's reliably inconsistent, but it's unreliable and inconsistent. That's how I should say it. You know what, ladies? We're getting the fuck to our parking spot, and we're done. And you can get the hell out of my plane, and I'm going to go try to get the next. And they make it pretty tight through here when you try to... And these people don't move. I'd end up hitting one of them. Oh, God, lady. Looking at you.
No easy to impress the locals. But
No
I see
easy.
they're smiling. That's cool, well done.
That's what I'm talking about. Instead of not easy to impress the locals, it says no easy. And that's just one of the many examples. It's horrible. It's bad. It's just bad. You can say whatever you want. You can believe whatever you want. You can make excuses. But when you add that in, it's not one thing. It's the preponderance of everything. Okay, look at it. Look at what it says. I'll take the 72% flight smoothness. It didn't like that. I corrected for I crabbed into the landing. Okay, I ruddered away from the crosswind, and then aileroned into it, and then set one wheel down first, and the other one went down. That might have been a little rough. I might have let it drop a little hard. Well, okay, so I'll take that. I'll take that. But did you see how it failed me on something? Up in the top right, it said didn't do something. I didn't get to catch it. But then it says everything went perfectly during this flight. Please tell me how that makes sense. I have had plenty of flights where I didn't fail one thing and had 98% all the way down the row. Sightseeing quality, 98% plus. Smoothness, 98%. Landing smoothness, 98%. And then had things down there where it says aviator performance, like my flaps were out and I was a little fast. And it gives me a superb rating. And then I've had things where it doesn't read that I failed something and it gives me a bad rating, or it does read that I failed something, gives me a superb, or it reads that I didn't fail anything at all and says everything went perfectly, and it gives me a low rating and lowers me down out of S into A again. Please explain this game to me. Please, Asobo. Make it make sense. Fuck. Look, it's Patrick Stewart. Make it so, number one. Jesus Christ. It's just not inconsistent, unreliable, non-user friendly, buggy. Oh God, this game will drive you to the point of madness. Okay. I'm up to 121,000. I need at least another 164,000 to be able to be sure that I can buy a second plane for this fucking company. So I'm going out on another mission. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to take the highest price one. 11.8. We got 12,450, 11.8. Any more 13,060s? There's one. Let's make sure there's another one. Let's just make sure there's no higher than 13,000. I'd love to see like a 20,000 on here somewhere. Nope. The most we're going to get is 1360. So we're going to take this one. I do want to check my settings to make sure I have the realism shit turned on. Flight model. Okay. Realistic. Okay, all right, we're good. We're good on that. I don't like flying with this shit on. Ooh, to maintain. Let's do this. I'll have him do that if I can. Management. Checkup. See, I could spend all my money pretty much to do the flight controls or the electrical system right now. But I would like to just try to make this plane last long enough to be able to... Oof. You know what? I do not like flying with that little... To buy another plane is what I was trying to say. Okay. Oh, man. How long have I been streaming? An hour. Man, I hate to do really long streams because when I catch stuff in here that I want it to be pointed out, no one wants to watch and try to find that shit or watch a long stream to see it. So, you know, but at the same time, I just want to stream it and keep seeing the stuff and see what I can see.
Captain, if there's a day made for flying, this is it.
Yeah.
Hey, Captain, meet Chris. He's keen
Hi,
on
Chris.
discovering the sites around Indian Town. He's one
Now
of
I
our
can't
friends,
see
so I'm
because I
counting
can't
on you to
reduce
treat
the
him well and
size
show him
of the
around. By
text
way, he's got his
subtitles
mom with him.
to lower than
If your
18
passengers
points.
are ready, you are good to depart.
I don't
Let's go,
care what
Captain.
you have to say. We're going to turn on heading. What are we departing from? What runway are we doing?
80 Foxtrot Delta
3-2.
traffic in 01776 Delta Alpha Tango 6411 is taxiing to runway tree 2.
So I think...
Hi, Captain. I'm Chris. Can't wait to be looking down at my hometown.
Hey there, I'm Sophie.
Maybe.
It's so great hanging
I
out
don't
with
know.
you today.
Okay, heading
By
is
hanging
on.
out, I mean
Altitude
flying.
off. We're going to put vertical speed mode on. We're going to tell it about 400 foot per minute climb. We're going to set this to 1100. 400 foot per minute climb, 1100. Heading on. Bug. Okay. All right, here's your briefing. If anything happens, shut up. How's it going, brah? I guess he's not a talker. All right, here we go. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Attaboy, give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flame from under. Off with one terrible roar. We live in fame or go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the Asobo Air Force, except for all the bugs in the game. How do you like that song?
80 Foxtrot Delta traffic in
I know the
01776
Army
Delta,
one,
Alpha
the Navy
Tango
one,
6,
and
411, taking off
the
runway
Marine
32
Corps
east
one
departure.
as well. Art. Yut. All right, we're heading to runway 32, tree 2. And they'll penalize me for going too fast on the taxi. And it doesn't make sense. It's not consistent either. It's not. I don't get a speed readout. They just obviously. So, you know, I'm having to kind of guess. But I've never. I'm normally a pretty safe taxier in real life too. Like. Better slow down before I get a speeding ticket from the fucking Asobo taxiing police. It's such a delay. If I tap and hold the A button to give it fuel, a lot of times it doesn't even read that I'm doing it. It's like, unless I do it long enough, or I tap and let go quickly, then it'll read. That'll do it. Or if I press and hold it, then it'll do it. But it's like you got to time it just right. It's so. All right then. We're still a taxiing. Looks like the windsock is dead. That's nice. Oh, here we go. Come on. Let's do this. I think I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to kill the stream so it's not so long that someone can't find, if they want, some of the issues that I see. Anybody who gives a shit. But I mean, honestly, people are finding these themselves. They don't need me. I'm just doing it because I'm gaming anyway. But I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't, you know, gonna play the game anyway or try to. Where are we going? And okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, if the windsock's dead, why wouldn't you just let me take off from down there? If I don't have a headwind or a tailwind, it doesn't matter. Just let me take off. All right, here we go. Airspeed's alive. 30. 40. 50. Rotate. We're up. No flaps. We're going to do
This is something else.
best angle. Because I want to get over those fucking trees, please. Okay, we are climbing. And I was correct on the thing here. We're going to turn this on. God damn it, turn on. Why aren't you doing what I told you to do? Climb, 400 foot per minute, do it. Thank you. Double check, heading on, altitude's off because VS is on. Vertical speed mode, we're set at 400. And it's just a matter of moving the bug. Indian Town. That's right down the road from Cowboy Town, I think. It's such a 90-degree turn on some of these. So I'm gonna kind of circularize it a little bit, or curve it, cut into that 90 degrees and make it more of a curve, so I don't have to do a knife hand
Chris.
turn and rip the
You're
wings
gripping
off.
the seat so hard you're going to break your hand.
See, always with the break your hand coming in. Bro doesn't look scared. Doesn't look like he's gripping the seat at all. Well, we'll double check that in a second once I get on a mildly straight path to where I need to go. Okay, now let's see if he looks like he's gripping the seat so hard he's going to break his hand. Whoops.
Chris, even better than you thought, right?
No,
Our pilot is giving us the VIP treatment. It's such a great moment.
nobody's
I'll
talking.
leave it to you then. Enjoy the flight.
Oh my god, bro, you got mental telepathy. I can hear your thoughts. You're talking to me from brain to brain. You have the power. You are the one. I am over RPMs. How's it going, bruh? Still not a talker, I see. Alright. 1100 stable. We can go ahead and start slowing down
Look,
now.
the Earth is unfolding before our eyes. I love it.
Alright, let's start bleeding. Let's start getting off some of this airspeed. Huh. Look at that runway down there, I think. Nice little grass field. They also have a paved one. Huh. Well, that's where I'm going if our engine cuts out right now.
A
Go
bird just
around.
flew past and I wanted to wave to him.
A bird just flew. The fuck are you talking about, brother? Come on. You gonna wave to the birds? What is going on? Come on, brah.
The sky is so beautiful. And beautiful doesn't really do it justice.
The sky is so beautiful.
You must feel like the king of the world when you fly over our beautiful region at sunset. Definitely need to try that someday.
Yeah, you should do it. Keep in mind, it's really expensive to try to get you. I don't have the money to finish my private pilot's license right now. I need at least 5 more hours of cross-country solo and at least a couple more flights prior to doing that, since I haven't flown in a while, to get back into flying a Cessna. And that's just, I just don't have the money for it right now, so I just can't finish that
Definitely a
shit
bucket
right
list
now.
moment.
But maybe someday, or maybe it'll be something I don't finish. Who knows? If I had the money, if I won the lottery, I'd finish my private pilot's license. I'd immediately go get my instrument, go through all those hours, pass that. Then I would probably do CFI, a certified flight instructor, so that I could work somewhere as a CFI while building up my flight hours, which seems to be the normal path progression of most of them these days, and get my 1500, I think it is, and try to get my commercial. And then I don't really want to fly the big
We're up
jets,
high, but it's okay.
but I would like to fly like small ones like this. There's pipeline flying. There's where you fly over the pipelines and places to be able to see if there's any leaks for the oil companies. There's transporting some cargo like this. There's transporting passengers for sightseeing. I wouldn't mind being able to do that, but it's just so fucking expensive to get all that shit. I'll be lucky if I can finish my private pilot's license the way it's going.
Michael was right, I don't feel afraid or dizzy. And this is the city. Look at that.
Yeah, we're
It's great seeing the world from this
about
angle.
to disconnect this. It's so sensitive on the controller. I've even turned down the sensitivity, but it's still too sensitive. Let's try to bleed off some airspeed, get down to the VFE, flap expansion safety speed, kick the flaps out. That'll help me keep my speed down and my lift up. And then we can kick the RPMs down to stay underneath the 87 knots. Get down in altitude a little bit. I'm a little high. And then hopefully I give them a smooth ride around Indian Town. There it is, people. Look at it. There's your Indian Town.
I don't want to leave the seat. Hey, that's my house. And my neighbors.
You want
I
to
feel
land
like I
on
want
it?
to wave.
Are you sure?
Want me to put you in the
Too
living
bad.
room of it
I
right
think I
now?
missed it.
I might be a softie, but I'll hold on to this memory with you always.
Yeah, me too, bro.
All the cliches about everything being more beautiful from the air are true. You can see every detail.
All right. Now we're gonna lower this. Oh my God, with the fucking mouse. 900. I'm gonna turn this on. Do this. Heading on. Oh shit, I forgot to do that. Got to set the heading bug. That's why I always set it straight ahead and then do my adjustments afterwards, so it doesn't start just going crazy directions I don't expect.
Delta Alpha Tango 64119 miles southeast, 900 feet inbound to land runway tree 2.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna enjoy some of the scenery. And break my neck rotating it all the way around. That's pretty cool. Guess I need to pay attention to what the hell I'm doing. Steady at 70 knots and about 880, 900 feet. I'm all right with that.
So many people talking on your radio. Mom, didn't you have a friend who worked as a ATC in the area back in the days? Oh wait, I remember now. She used to visit us often with her family.
Yeah, I
What a
remember
job.
that. What a job. Ooh, what do we have here? What's going on? Is this farmland? An orchard of some sort or something? Water filtration? I can't tell. Well, I'm pretty stabilized right now. Look pretty good.
Even the light seems different up here.
Yeah, even the lights seem different up here. Up here. I agree, bruh. Seems different up here. Ouch.
Welcome back, aviators. Are you okay, Chris? Ready to give it a go again?
Thanks for the ride, Captain. I'm ready for another.
What an amazing ride. Loved it.
Work smarter, not harder. Get this autopilot to do a lot of the work for me. Descending though, I need to adjust the speed. This doesn't seem to do anything Well, I don't know. I'm also probably not using it completely correctly. Okay, now I've called final. It's confirmed. Better not fail me for not calling final.
80 Foxtrot, Delta traffic in 01776, Delta Alpha Tango 6, 411, is on final runway, tree 2 to land.
About a 65 knot descent, 300 feet per minute. We're at 620. Got it set to a maximum or a minimum of 300. We're pretty stable. Alright, it's probably time for me to take over. Feels like we have a crosswind from the right. We're gonna have to land a little long because of these trees. That concerns me with the runway.
A
Okay.
bit shaky, but I'm totally excited
Slowing
right now.
down without burning up my fucking brakes or blowing a tire. Go ahead and clean it up. Flaps set to neutral. We'll leave trim as it is for right now. Holding short. Oh my, are you serious? I need to hold short at the end of the runway to move 30 feet to the parking stand. And oh god, come on. I don't think they coded anything. They just told the AI, here's what stuff you should try to fit in the game in some way. Gave it a bunch of puzzle pieces and it just shoved them all in together, even if they don't make sense, or make a complete puzzle at the end that looks like a picture of anything. Oh wow. So now I got to go through the whole throttle up, throttle down crap with this A, B button crap on the... You're gonna want to move, bruh. Or brahette.
No easy to impress the locals, but
Like
I
an
see they're smiling.
Eskimo.
That's cool, well done.
Alright, people. We made it back safely. Had to kind of plop it down on the runway there because, as you can see, because it seemed kind of short to me. I was coming in steep to get over those trees. So Let's see. Okay, everything went perfect, 100%. 95% sightseeing quality, 100% flight smoothness, 51%. I'm sorry, I kind of felt I needed to do that. That little rougher landing, plop it down on the fucking runway and get down so I can start slowing down. All right, now let's see if it penalizes me and my total rating. Got some money. That's good. Okay, it didn't penalize me. Look, that time it made sense to me. All right. Almost level 53 as well. All right. You know what? Hold on. I want to see something. Oh, and this... Score flight seeing, or skydive aviation missions with B or above. You know how many of those I have done now and gotten a B or above? Way more than 5, unless it means I have to do it in one of these. But it doesn't state that. It doesn't state I need to do it in a tail dragger. It just says score flight seeing or skydive missions. I have done a crap ton of flight seeing, as you just saw. I normally get a B or an A in the flight sing, and yet it is not giving me credit for it here. This should have been unlocked a year ago, in my opinion. Game time, but it's not. So I just thought I'd bring that up. This I'm not even going to try one of these with a fucking controller. I don't even want to try these. Or this with a controller, because I know how this is working. It's horrible. I'll kill hundreds of people. I might try this. I can get this to kind of work, but I can't see over that dash, and I can't adjust up or down. It's horrible. I don't like not being able to see out in front of me like that. Yeah. I still haven't really unlocked anything here because my only certification is I've done these. I cannot seem to get this any higher than C for some reason. It's just, well, this one I think I could. This one is just, the rapid deceleration. I can't get it to the speed they want and the way they want with the controller. It just doesn't work for me. So I don't have even that certification yet. I still need to, I don't know. I got a B in that one. An A in that. A in that. B in that. B in that. Hold up. Okay. I'm going to kill the stream in a second, but I want to see something. That's bullshit. That's another one that's, no matter how many times I've done it, it wants me to turn so steeply to capture the path, the radial, that I would rip the wings off if I tried to. And I've done it 20 times trying to do it, and no matter what I do, it says, "Oh, well, you need some work." But I have done it in everything they said, exactly as they said, and yet I cannot get a B or an A on that. Everything else, fine, but this one I think is bugged. And I say that not because I'm the greatest pilot, but if I can do the rest of these and at least get A's, surely you would think that lends some credence to my telling you I think this is bugged. Oh, I don't want to do this, please. That's not what I meant. Surely I should be able to get a B in that, at least. I'm just, that should at least support my claim a little bit. That is bugged. But anyway, what's this? Yeah, I've done all those. I just need to take the exam for night. which I don't really like flying at night anyway. But, you know. Anyway, here we are with all its bugs and glory. Enjoy your day, people.